What's going on, guys? Pegasus from the Wise Guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you sub, make sure you hit the bell. Once a month, we're going to be doing something that we used to do on this page, and a friend asked for this at Locals because it is actually an educational video. And sometimes we just want to do stuff that isn't particularly related to Yu-Gi-Oh! At least once a month. You know, life is bigger than Yu-Gi-Oh! In this particular video, what I wanted to do was talk particularly about something that I use in the martial arts community and then as well as other places because I'm an educator in real life. What I wanted to do is focus on a teaching point that can help how you learn. So we all have different ways of learning, and there's 4 distinct categories that you basically break down into being able to learn in that way. I'll explain what I mean. The 4 different categories are visual, auditory, read and write, and kinesthetic. Kinesthetic, starting with this one, kinesthetic means how you learn by using your hands. So in particular, if you have the ability to learn something in a particular way where you have a hands-on approach, that's what kinesthetic means. And that's sometimes so in relating to Yu-Gi-Oh! You may need to learn a deck. If you don't know how to play a deck, there's different ways that you learn. You may use kinesthetic, meaning you have to have the deck in your hands. I'm like this, and I know you're probably like this, so like the video if you agree with me right here. But you have to have the cards in your hand, or you have to play test on Dueling Book and do thousands of test hands over and over and over again. You can't just look at a lithium video or look at this video or look at this video and be able to look at it and get it. That's particularly what kinesthetic means, is you have to have a hands-on approach, and until you get your hands on it, you can't quite learn the same way. That's what kinesthetic means. So you can carry this over into other parts of your life. Let's say you're a martial artist. This is where I got it from, and I also got it from school, but talking with one of the young homies in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community helped me remember it, and I told him I was going to do this video for him just so he could write it down. So seriously, I appreciate him for doing that. He knows who he is. Next, the next category is auditory. Auditory means you learn by hearing. So sometimes I'm gonna use lithium or a tom box, or trying to think of somebody else that's that educational. Yassine is another one of those. I like Zephyr War Games, the way he explains stuff and talks it out and explains it. Team King of Games, a lot of these guys, Slim, a lot of these guys, the way that they talk stuff out, the way that you hear it, obviously auditory means you can learn that way. So maybe I watch a Slim video, shout out to Slim, or I watch a lithium video, or I'm watching Tom Box and I'm just hearing, maybe I'm cooking or something and I'm listening to Tom Box talk about a particular ruling. I'll use Tom Box because he really goes deep dives into stuff like this. Or maybe you're hearing about a new deck, or you're hearing, hey, that card sounds really stupid that's about to come out in such and such set in a couple weeks. That's what auditory is you can hear it and you can pick up on it. Now, obviously, that's a little bit harder, but some people do learn particularly like that. Some people learn in other ways in addition, which I'll cover near the end of this. Next is visual, which visual is obvious. You have to be able to see. So a lot of times, most of us, most human beings, they can pretty much pick up on stuff in a kinesthetic way and then being able to see it. So those are usually the combination of people, but some people have the other senses. As visual is really easy. You have to see it. And I can see somebody, like, let's say when I did the invoked Ogdoadic, hope I'm saying that right, Abyss. When I did that combo video, some people can't learn that way by just looking at the video and saying, hey, Pegasus, hey, Greg is using this. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Okay, so you just normal Alistair right there. And then you do that and you bring Nunu back. Okay, got it. And they can go pick up the deck and do the same thing that you may have just seen me, or you may have just seen Tom Box, you may have just seen anybody. That is the way of learning visually. A lot of people learn that way because they have to see it, and some people have to get their hands on it once they see it. I think I'm pretty much like that. But I also do this one a lot, and it's read and write. So a lot of the, I don't really do this in Yu-Gi-Oh, but I have seen people that do it where they write out a combo. which I'm not doing, but I also understand it. And then some people, I really look at this like I look at the Road to the King books and some of the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff that's literature that you can go actually look into or deep dive or learn how to use a hypogeometric calculator. Is reading and writing and learning about these things and then writing it down. This is how I do this. This is how I do this. I actually did this when and I'll probably put it right here. I'll try to find the picture. Hopefully I can edit it and put it right there. But this is the Pot of Prosperity math, pretty much, if you break it down. And I actually wrote it out because I actually went and used a calculator and then did all these calculations and then wrote it out like this and then was gonna present it, but I never really got to that video because I think Yushan, he's another educational guy. He actually beat me to it. So I was like, there's no point. He's actually a mathematician in real life, so it'd been stupid for me to do it, right? Right. And he'd go subscribe to him. He's really, really cool too. Really, really awesome, really, really informative, and he really teaches you how to play a deck as well. So all 4 of those categories, again, as you see that, you can learn. Now, some people, like people that are really, really, really intelligent, really, really high IQs, even people with high IQ, they may only be able to learn in 1 or 2 of these categories. But somebody that's somebody that has ADD, sometimes some people with ADD have all of these abilities to do all of this. They can read and write. You know, I have a cousin that's like that, where she can read and write, listen to something going on in the background, look at me playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and then do this. So, you know, like she can do all of these things while eating the apple. You know, she's doing all 4 of these categories. Some people can learn and process and do all of that at one time. So hopefully this informative video just on different ways to learn can help you in some way. You can use it in Yu-Gi-Oh! You can use this in the ways that you learn in any type of skill you're trying to learn. Maybe you're starting a new job. Maybe it's anything, a new hobby. I'm learning golf right now. I'm probably going to do this same thing. And it's probably going to be kinesthetic because I have to screw it up first. That's really where I base my thing at. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you sub. Make sure you go watch Ariel's deck profile on Drytron. He beat me to it. And you know how much I love Drytron. Go watch his profile. Go check out the other videos, and we'll see you next time. I'm out. YG, baby!